The best Saturday of the season has come and gone ahead of, well, I was going to say the worst Sunday of the season, but Imola exists, so that's not going to be the case. But we're here to talk about qualifying for the Monaco Grand Prix, the best qualifying session of the season. And when I tell you it did disappoint, it didn't disappoint. Because it was a great qualifying in the end, Charles Leclerc gets another pole at Monaco in his home race. Third pole in 4 years at Monaco. Can he finally get a win? I hope so. It's been 2 years since he won a race, let alone win at Monaco, so we'd love to see Charles Leclerc win the race. But he takes pole. Great qualifying, quickest man all weekend, and gets a well-deserved pole. Let's see if he can convert it into a win tomorrow. I hope he does, as I said. Pretty close at the end. Well, I say you're close. It was 10.5 at the end, which at Monaco is about 4/10 in reality, so great result for Leclerc. Oscar Piastri, round of applause for him. Second for McLaren. It's been quick all weekend. Definitely the second best driver this weekend, and as a result, P2 for Piastri, so great results for him. Carlos Sainz third for Ferrari. Good qualifying for him. Probably the best he's been all weekend. P3, not too far off at the end. Obviously, he said in his interview, got to help Leclerc win because that's what you can do from P3. There's not a lot you can do. And in Monaco, still a great result for Sainz. Norris fourth for McLaren. Bit of a quiet weekend for Norris. Not really on the pace, so P4. Slower than his team all weekend, so it's the best he could do, to be honest. Ahead of George Russell, fifth for Mercedes. Good qualifying for Russell. Mercedes looked a little bit better this weekend, although they still got 5th and 7th, so it doesn't really change much. But P5, not bad in the end. Max Verstappen, Red Bull, where do we start? 6th. The best Red Bull hit the wall in his final lap, but Red Bull have been nowhere all weekend. It was like this in Imola, but they were able to turn around. Not so much here in Monaco. It's very much giving Singapore-esque last year vibes. So P6 for Verstappen. It's going to be a third race now third time in 8 races, third time this season in 8 weekends. Third race out of 8. You get the point that Verstappen ain't going to win. So, yeah, that is actually pretty impressive. And also, I should say, Leclerc's the first driver to get pole since Leclerc did so back in Las Vegas. So the streak of Verstappen poles comes to an end. He wasn't able to break it, just tie it. But yeah, 6th for Verstappen. Lewis Hamilton, 7th for Mercedes. A bit disappointing in the end, considering he's been top 3 all weekend. So BP7 not the best. Yuki Tsunoda doing Yuki Tsunoda things in 8th. Just absolutely cooking the season in that RB. Definitely get well points tomorrow. Alex Albon, 9th for Williams. Round of applause for Albon. First Q3 appearance for him. First, feels like 14th. P14, I should say, for Albon. Hopefully we can see him get some points, his first points of the season. Likewise, Pierre Gasly, 10th for Alpine. Great qualifying for him. First Q3 for him, and Alpine absolutely bottled his final lap. So could easily have got, I would say, P8 at the very least. Instead it's P10, but still first Q3 appearance. Let's see if he can get his first point of the season. Out in Q2, Esteban Ocon, 11th for Alpine. Alpine really cooking this weekend, which I guess doesn't surprise me, considering Alpine are slow as shit on a straight, and there are no straights, so they should be quick at Monaco. So 10th and 11th for Alpine, not too bad in the end for them. Nico Hulkenberg, 12th for Haas. It's okay. Not 10th or 11th at Monaco, but he tends to normally be. He is P12, although he probably is going to get a penalty because he absolutely just sat in front of Ocon for 3 corners, digging out the way. So expect Hulkenberg to be 15th by the end. Also, Albon is under investigation. Let's hope he doesn't get a penalty. I think he'll be okay. Hulkenberg, though, is in the bin. Daniel Ricciardo doing Daniel Ricciardo things at 13th. Just typical Ricciardo stuff, to be honest. Lance Stroll and the Aston Martin, the best Aston Martin, which is not saying much. Aston Martin have really fallen off these last 2 races. 14th for Stroll. Kevin Magnussen, 15th for Haas. Disappointing, really, when you consider you only found a 10th compared to Q1. Everyone else found like 4 10s, 5 10s. So the fact that he only found a 10 is a bit disappointing. He'd hoping for a lot more. Then out in Q1, Fernando Alonso, 16th for Aston Martin. Another test race for Alonso. I mean, I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know. Alonso's just an Aston Martin. That's just these upgrades, just like last year, don't work. Every time they bring an upgrade, it doesn't work. 16th for Alonso. 14th and 16th for Aston Martin. Pack your bags and go home. No point. There's no point turning up tomorrow, let's be real. Logan Sargent, 17th for Williams, doing Sargent things in 17th, just that's his home at the moment. Sergio Perez, where do we start? 18th. I knew this would be out in Q1. He's been off all weekend, just like Verstappen. I mean, the thing is it more Verstappen's just that good or Perez is that shit? I think it's a mix of both. But yeah, 18th for Perez, just like last year. No points in Monaco. Just pack all your bags and go home like Alonso. Like Perez, Alonso, Stroll, just fly off to Spain. No, it's not even Spain. Canada. That's the next race because there's no point turning up tomorrow. Likewise, the Kick Sauers. What's the point of them in this race? Valtteri Bottas 19th and Joe Guan Yu 20th. Bottas half a second off and Joe is second off the next best car. Joe's been half a second off all weekend off his teammate, and that's not the rest of the field. Like Bottas binned in the wall in practice, But Joe, you can see why he's not going to be in F1 next year, because that is an absolute horror show from Joe, and I should say an absolute horror show for Kick Sauber. Nico Hulkenberg, that's what you got to look forward to next year, and whoever else his teammate is going to be, look forward to that, because it's not looking good for you lot. But yeah, qualifying, I mean, who doesn't love Monaco qualifying? It is the best qualifying of the season. Take the cars close to the wall. No red flags for once, that's something at least. Normally there's a red flag, no one hit the wall, so good job them. Good job, everyone. Kept it clean. And a nice, fun qualifying in the end. I'll tell you, didn't keep it out the wall, though. F2 and F3. As you can see, here are the results for the sprint race in F2. Taylor Bernard won the race in the AIX. First win, podium, and points of the season for Bernard. It does mean after, 9 races? If you like sprint feature, sprint feature, sprint feature, everyone has points in F2. Like every driver, not team, driver. Which is insanely impressive. Considering, I mean, the field this year is actually extremely close. Like, one weekend you're P1, next you're P12, then you're 7th, then you're 19th, then you're 22nd, then you're 1st, then you're 19th, then 8th, then 4th, then 17th. Like, no one's consistent. I mean, Aaron, I guess, is, but that's about it. But yeah, Taylor Bernard, comfortable win in the end, despite a red flag and 2 safety cars, or virtual safety car, whichever one it was. Wins the race. Great result for him, as I said. Gabriel Bortoleto, another 2nd place for him in the Invicta. Back-to-back for him. 2nd places. So Dennis Hauger on the podium for every motorsport. Beating the points of Antonelli, again in 4th. Still can't get a podium. Colapinto, Stanek, Aaron, who now closes the gap on the championship lead. And Isaac Hadjar gets the final point. Oliver Behrman in 11th. Hit everything pretty much in sight. Hit the wall about 3 times. His steering was like this. And still finished 11th. We had a red flag at the end after Correa spun Maloney. Well, Maloney hit the back of O'Sullivan, and then Correa hit the back of Maloney. Maloney spun. Meany then got caught up in it. And then poor old Kush Meany did everything right, but got into reverse, which is the hard part. Found a gap, ready to go, put the first gear, and then just dumped the clutch and stalled. He messed up the easy part. So yeah, both Kush Meany and Zane Maloney were out as a result. Both first DNFs of the year for them. But Zane Maloney, championship leader, bad result day for him. Again, if you've got to have a DNF though, sprint race is better than a feature race, so it's whatever. Although his championship lead though, looks like we might see a championship lead change for the first time this season after tomorrow, unless Aaron ends up in the wall. That's the year he's not going to take the championship lead, let's be honest. You also had Pepe Marti crash again. Bit of a Pepe Marti crash, just struggling at the moment is Pepe Marti. And Victor Martins, again, when's his luck going to change? Had a terrible start, and then in the wall at turn 1. Again, just like I said about Maloney, sprint race better than a feature race. Starts obviously on the front row tomorrow, so I mean, what am I kidding? He'll take the lead and finish in the. He'll retire from the race because something's going to happen to Martins because he has no luck this season. For sure, Dirk's going to get a bit of content as well. Obviously, for sure, starts on pole tomorrow. Again, get all the bad luck out the way. The sprint. Who cares about the sprint race? Let's be real. Taylor Bernard obviously does, but if you're on the front row tomorrow, who cares about that? But that was card. If you thought F2 was, a bit carnage, there was no, obviously overtaking is obviously hard in F2 and F3, so F1's going to be an absolute stinker, but F2 and F3 was okay. Like I said, I just said F2 and F3 were okay. F2 was okay. F3, that lap won. Well, firstly, Nikola Zolov won the race in the ALT, and so far 2 for 2 for pole sitters to win the races. First win for Zolov, first win for Bulgaria in F3, first win for ART in 2 years in F3 as well. After an absolute horrendous 2023. First win for him. Again, started on pole, just dominated. No more to say on that. Tim Drabnitz, second in the F2 as well. Good race, actually, from 3rd to 2nd. And Lawrence Van Hoypen, 2nd to 3rd, by another podium sprint race for him. He'll finish 14th tomorrow in the feature race because that's where he always likes to finish. Podium, and then nothing in the feature. That's his motto for this season. He had Leon 4th, Joe Loke, Joseph Loke, I guess it could be Joe Loke. Joseph Loke, 5th for Rodin. His first points of the season, and Rodin's first points as well, which means every team now has points in F3. So for a day of first in F2 and F3, a day of everything in F2 and F3. First, everyone in F2 has points, and every team has points in F3. What you like to see: Mario Boyer, Bogdanovic, Browning, Fodorelli, and Oliver Goethe points. The point scorers, Goethe continues his point streak of scoring points every race, and Gabriel Lamini in 11th. His point streak comes to an end. I think we had 9 DNS, which I think is more than pretty much the whole season combined. He had Sami Megatonov retired late on with some sort of mechanical issue. You had Nikita Bedra retired as well with some sort of mechanical problem. Sophia Flourish and who was it? Kasper Stuka came together at turn 1 on the final corner, both retired with damage. And then you had to pile up on that one You had Arthur Lindblad come across Christian Mansell. Thinking no one's coming on the outside at turn 3 when it's like someone's going to be there. They collide, and then cars just pile in. You had Joshua Dufek, you had Alex Dunn, and Kean Shields also involved. Intro Prufo Sack was involved again, but was able to continue. Also involving Furtz and Vujnicki were involved as well, but continued. And the comical part about that whole thing was the cars were stuck together. You had Lindblad and Mansell's cars stuck together. But they, kind of the wheels were interlocked. We wanted to get them untangled. They were fine. That wasn't the worst one. You had Alex Dunn's front wing was so far up. Who was it? So who's Alex Dunn? Alex Dunn's front wing was so far up Christian Mansell's rear end that he would not come off. He was too far in there. He didn't want to come unstuck. Like, Alex Dunn's car was having that much fun, he didn't want to end it. Save it for the bedroom cars, okay. I was trying to think if it was. So, I mean, Christian Mansell was stuck to 2 cars. Christian Mansell's car got absolutely destroyed, if you know what I mean. But yeah, all those 5 cars on lap 1. First DNS for them, along with Bedrin and Stuka. Second for Mega Turnif, and third for Flourish. After going the whole season last year with no DNFs, this has not been a good year for Sophia at the moment. But yeah, that was F2 and F3 was pretty chaotic. It's probably going to be the same tomorrow, let's be real. I'm sure Oliver Behrman will probably hit the wall again because he starts that far back. He kind of has to. We'll see what happens at F3, I'm sure. Someone will probably forget someone's on their outside and come across them again. And we'll see. Well, so far, I say we're 2 for 2 for pole sitters. We're also 2 for 2 for red flags. So that's also something to watch out for F1 tomorrow if that continues. I've got the FA Cup final on screen right now. It's currently 2-1 United. City have just scored, actually, so we'll see if there's a late comeback. But yeah, that was that then for the Saturday at Monaco, the best day of Monaco. Tomorrow, F2 and F3 will be good. F1 is just going to finish Leclerc, Piastri, Sainz, Norris, so on and so forth. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, all that. Check out these videos if you want to see anything else on this channel, and subscribe right there. I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.